In this video, we'll learn about API ingestion into Node-RED. First, we'll log into Acuity. We'll click on the Reports feature. From the drop-down, we'll choose Reports. From here, we'll choose the report that we'd like to use. I'm going to scroll down to this forecasting report, and I'll click on the Manage API button. First, I need to enable the API. I'll click the green button here and choose OK. Before we copy the URL, let's talk about a couple of different features here. We have the API token. This serves as a secure authorization mechanism allowing external software to access the designated data. Treat the token with the utmost confidentiality. Only share the token with authorized individuals. Anyone with this token gains access to the report's configured data. Another parameter included is the date start. This is the start date of the time range for which you want to retrieve data. Another parameter is the date end. This is the end date of the time range for which you want to retrieve data. The last parameter is resolution. This is the time interval of the data to retrieve in minutes. Valid values include 1, 5, 10, 15, 30, and 60 minutes. Scrolling down, we'll copy the sample URL. From there, we'll navigate to our command prompt, and we'll type in Node-RED. Once Node-RED is installed, you can access its web-based interface by navigating to this URL in your web browser. First, we'll drag and drop the inject node. Then we'll scroll down to the HTTP request node. We'll drag and drop that in as well, and we'll scroll back up to add the debug node. We'll connect each node to build a flow. Next, we'll double-click on the HTTP request node. This will allow us to configure the HTTP request node. We'll copy and paste the URL from Acuity. If necessary, we'll change the method to GET. In addition, we'll change the return to a parse JSON object. Then we'll click Done. Once the flow is complete, click the Deploy button. This will activate your flow and start processing data based on the defined logic. Next, double-click on this button to the left. Test your flow to ensure that the API data is being ingested and processed correctly. Monitor the flow's execution and debug any issues that arise. The response contains two main sections, the API status and API result. Click on the drop-down to see both. Clicking on the drop-down for API status, we can see the source field, which contains facility codes, requesting IP address, request time in UTC, report name, URL, local starting timestamp, and local ending timestamp. There's also the valid token, error message, processing seconds, and success. You can also analyze the API results section clicking on its dropdown. The scope facility array includes facility-specific data, each containing facility information and key performance indicators. Each element within the scope facility includes a facility code, scope device, device ID, device type, device name, KPIs, timestamp in UTC, and timestamp local. Ingesting data from APIs into Node-RED opens avenues for data analysis and visualization. Node-RED empowers complex workflows. Ingesting APIs into Node-RED allows you to leverage APIs for informed decision-making.